What is your participation in the expert group, and what has been going on here in Rome during the expert group meeting?
Okay, so I am the Senior Manager for Environment and Climate at the Global Alliance for Clean Cook Stoves, and we have an interest in comprehensive surveys that include the use of fuel wood and charcoal in the survey modules. So we were asked to participate at this meeting to provide some of our expert feedback to the survey process.
I see. Can you tell me a little bit about your organization, about the Global Alliance for Clean Cook Stoves?
Sure. The Global Alliance for Clean Cook Stoves is a public-private partnership hosted by the United Nations Foundation. We have over 1,700 partners, and our goal is really that 100 million households adopt clean and efficient cook stoves and fuels by 2020, with the mission of improving livelihoods, impacting environment, climate, and health.
What constitutes, sorry, do you know the questions, the impacts of black carbon on women and children?
Okay, so black carbon is a component of particulate matter. It is formed through the incomplete combustion of fossil fuels, of biofuels, and biomass, and it's the most strongly light-absorbing component of particulate matter. So it's important to distinguish that most of the health impact studies have been conducted on particulate matter and not on black carbon, but there is mounting evidence that black carbon also has health impacts associated with it. When you look at emissions from cook stoves and using traditional cook stoves, women and children tend to be the most affected. And that's because they spend the most time around the fire. They are the ones oftentimes who collect the fuel, who are doing the things related to the household chores, so they tend to be most affected.
And what are some of the impacts on the environment of black carbon?
So black carbon is considered a short-lived climate pollutant. So it only stays in the atmosphere for a few days, but it does have lasting impacts on the environment. It is, like I said, strongly light-absorbing, so it can melt glaciers, it impacts regional weather patterns, and it is the second biggest contributor to climate change behind carbon dioxide. So it is a strong climate-forcing agent.
Now, how much do inefficient, not clean cook stoves contribute to this problem, to the black carbon?
Mm-hmm. It is estimated that household cooking from traditional cook stoves represents about 25% of black carbon emissions. So a significant portion of black carbon emissions comes from traditional cooking practices.
I guess finally, what are some of the other side effects of these traditional cooking practices, the traditional stoves, the side effects of that?
Yeah, so I think cooking with traditional fuels impacts the livelihoods of many people, especially women and children. So again, women and children often have to go spend hours collecting fuel or use the money that they have earned to purchase fuel. They may miss out on school. Also, the health impacts of cooking over traditional fires is quite significant. The World Health Organization has estimated around 4 million deaths, premature deaths attributed to exposure to household air pollution every year. And so there are widespread health implications, there are economic implications and livelihood implications, all related to the use of traditional cook stoves and fuels.
Okay, good. Well, thank you very much. I think
it is okay for you?
looks okay. Sounds okay.
Sounds perfect.
Sounds good. All right.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I kind of screwed up on one of my answers. Will you just cut that out when I started kind of stuttering, or how will you deal with that?
Oh, yeah, when we edit it, we kind of will.
Yeah, there was only one.
Yeah, where I kind of
Only one question.
Yeah.
You could repeat it. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was. I think it was
It's, the fourth. I mean,
the first one, right?
is,
On the
first
women,
one is
children.
The first one after you made your point, but
Okay.
The black one, black carbon on women and children.
On
I
the
think
health
so,
of women and
yeah.
children, which is really
I
important.
think I said it in the last part about the health. I actually went into detail